ó ní bàbá dáríjì wọ́n torí wọn ò mọ nǹkan tí.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you will be watching this. My name remains Rotimi Daniel. Sáwó kòkó lójú ọlọ́rọ̀ tọ́lọ́rọ̀ bá gbọ́ kí ló fẹ́ fi mí ṣe. And this is the response to Dupe Oluwaniyi that so many of you have been waiting for. And I've promised that it's going to be very, very deep. But before I go into what I have to say, I must first appreciate everyone. Torí àwọn Yorùbá nípa ẹni tá bá ṣe lóore tí ò dúpẹ́ bí ọlọ́ṣà kó ni lẹ́rù lọ ni. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń comment, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń like, àti ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń share pàápàá jùlọ pé kí so many people lè wá into liberation and to be set free from the claws of these men who call themselves pastors, GOs, and bishops. I really appreciate you so much. And to Dupe, please, this is just a short warning. Don't ever go there again. Pé irú ẹ̀ o lè bí mi lọ́mọ. Má jẹ́ kí baby face mi deceive ẹ̀. O ò jurú àwọn tá à ń bá ṣeré lọ́ngbà tá a wà ní UI. Ṣé o gbọ́? Má ṣerú ẹ̀ mọ́ ìbàjẹ́ ni. Má jẹ́ kí irú ẹ̀ ṣòro lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ mọ́. Jẹ́ kẹ́yẹlé rọra máa bá wa tọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ má jẹ́ ká di ẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ bọ́. And because I feel that it is important to lecture you because you don't even know that you are the one in the wrong because you know history. Being a teacher before, you know history, but maybe hypocrisy, maybe nǹkan téèyàn fẹ́ jẹ́ ńgbà míì kì í jẹ́ kéèyàn lè sọ òótọ́ tó yẹ kó sọ. I understand, and that is why I'm going to be gentle in my response to you today. And please, if this space is not going to accept all the details that I have for us, I will definitely do the part 2 so that you all can learn from it. And where am I going to start from? Please quickly go to 1 Timothy chapter 1, verses 18 to 20. 1 Timothy chapter 1, verses 18 to 20. The reason why this passage is very important is for somebody like Dupe to be able to place our conscience, to place where our moral compass is. Now, in this passage, I'll quickly paraphrase because of time. Paul was admonishing Timothy, say, Timothy, my son, according to the prophecies that have gone ahead of you or before you, in contending, in waging warfare against false teachers, you need faith and good conscience. But if you take time to read Amplified Version, after the good conscience, they put a semicolon there. And what is the importance of semicolon in English language or sentence? When you are talking about two things, faith and good conscience, and I put semicolon after this conscience or good conscience, it means the next sentence is going to be talking about conscience and not faith again. Or not both of them, is going to be talking about just conscience. So for example, if I'm talking about Rotimi and Dupe, and I put semicolon after Dupe's name, it means the next sentence that will come will be buttressing on Dupe and not me again. So Paul was telling Timothy, you need faith and good conscience. And after good conscience, they put semicolon and saying that the moral compass that so many people have lost and they have made a shipwreck of their faith. Let me explain further because it is a lecture. Now, faith is what we portray, is what we run after. That a man of God is doing miracle, is doing that. Anybody can do that with the intuition God has given us. But faith is not as important as the good conscience. And another name for good conscience is moral compass. Now, it can be likened to the foundation. The Yorubas say that tí ìpilẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bá bàjẹ́ kí lolódodo fẹ́ ṣe. Now, the faith can be likened to be like a building, can be likened to be a building on foundation, which is a moral compass. And so many of these men that I bring out, they have already lost their good conscience, and that is why their faith has been shipwrecked. And that is why so many of them will come and give us stories of what happened, or maybe things that didn't even happen so many years back. I want to control snow. àwọn náà ń control ní trailer forí wọn kọjá, àwọn ní kí ni títí Oyèdépò, àwọn náà scratch face wọn lórí pamphlet tí ẹni tó scratch ẹ̀ tójú ẹ̀ fọ́, and all these lambas. It is because they lack good conscience. Maybe God called them or not is not my problem now. But ẹni tó lọ ń bá pè tó dẹ̀ ní moral compass or good conscience, ẹ ti máa mọ̀. By their fruit you shall know them. That is number one submission. Because Paul now gave Timothy examples of Alexander and Arminius. Said these two people, they made a shipwreck of their faith because they lost their good conscience. Okay? Now, Dupe also said that I was abusing these men. And truly, I would say that she's mistaken. Because if she actually reads or studies her Bible very well, she will realize that the same Jesus that she's been preaching or using to make money, because it is money making name now to all of them, that Jesus Christ did not abuse them. Although there were places he says, the Bible says he said, woe unto you, Sadducees and Pharisees. If you check the Yoruba meaning of woe, someone pay a gbeni fún yín. So why should Dupe now say that I am abusing these men? So that is by the way. Jesus Christ entered the temple and he saw people buying and selling. And what did Jesus do? Jesus Christ, irrespective of the age range of the people that were buying and selling, Bible recorded it that he chased them out by beating them. Unfortunately for me, I am not in close proximity with these men to beat them. Because wọ́n ti deal fún ẹgbà tipẹ́, àwọn bàbá tẹ̀ ń sáré tẹ̀lé wọ́n ti deal fún ẹgbà tipẹ́tipẹ́, but torí mi ìsúnmọ́ wọn mi lè ná oko ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo lè sọ sí wọn ni mò ń sọ kí Dúpẹ́ tó gbéra ẹ̀ wá. Okay, and now look at what they did. Àwọn bàbá Adébóyè and co and the puppies that they are brought up all in the name of doing missionary work and everything. They graduated, they started with threatening us with poverty and sickness. If you don't pay tithe, you will be sick. If things are tight for you, go and check your tithe and all these things. Then they discovered that this threat was not working again, because it is very obvious 100% that it is lack of good governance. That is our problem. If we have good governance in Nigeria, there's not going to be any of these their lambas. Now, they now graduated from poverty and sickness. What did they graduate to? They graduated to death. If you don't pay it, you will die. And that is why so many of you that are still watching me, you think that if you stop paying, if you stop giving them your hard-earned money, you will die, you will lose your job, you will do this. I will make a short video of my own experience, so that all of you will know. The last time I paid tithe was 2009. I don't want to digress too much. Dupe, are you listening? Are you with me? With your conscience in you, without sentiment. Listen to me very well. Then these babas graduated from death to heaven and hell. That if you don't pay tithe, you now go to hell. Any Baba Adeboye, how dare you? Dupe, how dare you? As against John 3:16. Let's assume that Jesus came truly and he gave his life. He laid down his life, the blood and everything. Ẹ̀yin bàbá ẹ̀ wá ń sọ ikú yẹn, ẹ̀ ń sọ di owó. How dare ẹni tó máa dìde sí yín láti sọ? Èmi Rótìmí dẹ̀ dìde wípé sẹ́, it can never be so. Enough is enough. Irú àwọn Dúpẹ́, àwọn ọ̀jẹ̀wẹ́wẹ́, ẹ wá fẹ́ gbéra yín wá pé kẹ́ ẹ pa wá lẹ́nu mọ́. Wọn ò tí ì bí yín, ẹ̀ tí pọ̀ tó. Kí ni mo sọ? And for you Dúpẹ́, mi ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn bàbá yìí o. Eré lásán la sì ń ṣe fúnra wa, and àwọn tó ti rí tó ti bọ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn, the people that are liberated already, a sì ń ṣeré, à ń ṣe rìhásà lọ́wọ́, ẹ̀ lóòtù ẹ̀tù la sì ń ṣe lọ́wọ́. By the time the real beat starts, ẹ̀rọ á bà wọ́n gan, wà á tètè lọ gbaṣẹ́ teaching ẹ̀ padà. Okay? Now ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ èèyàn Dúpẹ́, ẹ bá mi sọ fún Dúpẹ́ pé tó bá yẹ pé lóòótọ́ ló believe pọ̀ lọ́hún pé òun tí gbogbo nǹkan tó dẹ̀ kọ sínú Bible tó ń lò ó rí, ẹ jọ mo promise pé tí Dúpẹ́ bá lè tẹ̀lé wa lọ sí hospital láti pray fẹ́ni tá a confam kò sick, mo promise ẹ̀ tẹ́ni yẹn dẹ̀ dìde tó bẹ́ẹ̀ tó tá rẹ̀ yá tán confam ẹ̀ 500,000 naira from me Rotimi Daniels, 500,000 to Dupe Oluwaniyi. Ẹ pàdé mi nínú part 2. Ire o.